Hi, my name is Sue McNally, and I am an artist from Rhode Island, and I'm currently the artist in residence at the Fruitlands Museum in Harvard, Mass., which is part of the Trustees. For the past year, I've been working on a show called Ascutney Revisited, and things have changed a little because we have some new parameters with COVID-19. But our amazing curator and fearless guide, Shayna Dumont-Garr, suggested we do a remote studio visit. So that's where we are. Let me show you a few things.
Hi, so I generally work on a bunch of things at once. Some of these things will either get completely changed or obscured or painted over, or they will get destroyed, or I'll just paint a whole new painting over it. And generally I have a lot of things going while I'm working on one or two paintings that are kind of the focus. And so right now this painting is the focus in my studio. It's called Ascutney Revisited. And it's based on a Bierstadt painting that is in the collection of the Fruitlands Museum. And so they've asked me to make my own version of things. So what I'm doing is I am at a point in my painting where I think a lot about materials and how the materials control me and how, or guide me, maybe that's a better term, and how I get to guide them and then control them. So here I'm working on a sky that I sort of think about as like a complicated sky. How do I make a complicated sky? How do I talk about just sky as a thing without it being blue with clouds and whatever else, like the sort of standard protocol for a landscape painting. So I'm pouring my paint. I mix these little Dixie cups full of color, and I pour them back and forth in all different directions and create this sort of randomized pattern. I've done this before in a painting I did of Utah, where it was more of a horizontal pour. This I'm thinking about as a plaid, which I have a minor league obsession with. Most people know that about me if they know me. I wear plaid a lot. I love plaid. But anyway, so that's what I'm trying to do here. But the idea is that in the end, however the paint acts on its own, plus however I end up controlling it, it becomes, in the end, very readable as a sky. So up close, it's this pattern, it's this thing that's happening accidentally and with control. You'll see, so there's dripping, and then the paint that's going sideways, and then this weird pink color that I've been working really hard to get rid of, but then maybe let it shine through a little bit. Like sometimes you add a color and it's just not quite working, so you have to figure out a way to disguise it or blend it in and give it some type of presence. And so you'll see these lines right here, these sort of little yellow ones. These are the ones that I'm making by hand, and it's just a light cover over what's already existing, what the paint did on its own. And I mean, yes, I'm guiding the paint by pouring it in certain ways and turning the canvas. That is true. However, as it rolls down, it makes its own decisions. So in the end, I come in with that kind of yellowy color is what I'm working with right now. It could change because down here, it's needing a little bit of different sort of thing because I'm trying to make a distance and give the painting that kind of depth. So I'm still struggling with making all of this. There's little things that bug me and I gotta kind of figure it out, but overall, this is where I am and it's very exciting. So I'm looking forward to the show at the Fruitlands. Unfortunately, as we know, COVID-19 has changed our plans, but I'm lucky enough to have a really long timeline with the museum and working with Shayna Dumont-Garr and the people over there. We're coming up with some exciting changes to the programming. And I look forward to seeing you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.